Another weekend, another race. I'm just heading up to Huntly, which is about an hour's drive away from my house. I don't know much about this hill race. All I know, it's about 3.5 miles and it's basically straight uphill and straight back down the hill. There's no flat bits at the start, finish, middle or anywhere. That's all I know. It's a build up for my big race in 5 weeks time in Sierre Zinal. Sierre Zinal is 19 miles. This one is 3 miles. There's a little bit of difference there, but hey, a hill's a hill, right? So, I'm not going to prattle on anymore. We'll just start.
You've got to go for it from the start.
I want to introduce you to this guy. His name is Fraser, and he's a 17-year-old lad who's pretty speedy. 16:09 for a 5k speedy. Wow. Now, young Fraser doesn't really do hill races. He's in fact never done a hill race before. And the whole reason he's doing this one is because his friend Caden did it a few years ago and got the course record at the age of 15. Nothing like a bit of friendly rivalry, eh? With the knowledge that he's never done a hill race before and the fact that he's considerably faster than me, the mind game's begun.
You've got no tactics. No. Go from the start. Well, if you want that record. No, no chance.
Enjoy the rest. We'll see you all back here. Hopefully safely.
Let's go, Fraser. Let's go, Dino.
And we're off! And as you can see, a whole bunch of kids just getting right in front of me and speeding away. Now, there used to be a time back in the day, like in park runs and stuff like that, when you see kids going right in front of you right at the start, you'd be like, yep, they're going to blow up, I'll catch up, no time at all, 400, 500 meters. I'll tell you lately, a lot of the races I've been doing, a lot of these kids just get in front of you and just stay in front. In fact, they get so far in front that you can't even see them anymore. So yeah, I was a little bit worried. Young Fraser is pretty much disappeared from the screen already. Losing sight of Fraser, I knew the mind games were useless. He was so far ahead, there was no way he was going to drop back. I wasn't quite panicking yet, because it was only at the start and I was taking it fairly easy, knowing what was coming. I did do a warm-up before the race. I only run up a mile and then a mile back, so I kind of knew what was coming up. Obviously beyond that mile I wasn't too sure, but going around the corner here, this is where I knew the hill got the steepest. So I was kind of hoping if I just keep at this pace and just try and keep an eye on everybody in front of me and try and just keep a steady pace, that'd be good enough until I get to near the top. So when we started the race, the elevation was about 130, and as you can see it's about 147 now, so that's about 17 meters already of elevation. My heart rate says 148, and generally when I'm racing, the maximum I get is about 160, and it stays pretty consistent, about 160 or 161. So off we go, and there's that hill I was telling you about. You probably can't see it too well in this picture, but this is probably the steepest part of the whole race. I had absolutely no tactics coming into this, apart from just try and be consistent and try and run the hill all the way without stopping. 500 meters in, as you can see, I'm sticking behind this guy, and we've just overtaken one of the lead boys. There's always a boost in your confidence when you overtake somebody, because you know you didn't go out too fast. At this point, as you can see, we're approaching the next group. And the guy in front of me is taking a bit of a surge, and he's gotten away from me as he approaches the next group. At this point, I'm still not panicking, because I'm being consistent. I'm keeping to the pace I wanted to keep, the one that feels comfortable. And at this pace, I'm approaching the group as well, overtaking this guy on the right, and continuing. As you can see, the guy that I was running with has now jumped onto the grass and overtaken the next group of guys. At this point, he's still putting in a fair bit of distance between me and him. I'm still catching up with these guys, and I know at this point the road ends and a trail path begins. I do feel on the trails I might have the slight advantage. this is where I start to overtake. So that's me just placed myself into 4th place, and I could see 3rd place was getting a little bit tired, and the guy in 2nd, whose name is Ewan, is starting to get a little bit tired too, because the gap seemed to be closing down quite a bit. So I took my chance here and overtook to get into 3rd place. Then I figured, if I can get as close to Ewan as possible and just stick behind him, I could maybe overtake him if he gets a little bit more tired than he is. Now don't get me wrong, I was getting a little bit tired too, almost reaching my maximum heart rate. I just thought, stick behind him for as long as you can and then see what happens. So at this point we decided to go much faster, about 1,000 times faster than we were doing. So as you can see, we did speed up a bit. 1.5k in, and I was pretty tired, but I did make the decision to overtake Ewan. Almost tripped him up in the process. I knew I had to make a bit of a gap between me and him because my sprint finish is absolute dire. So that's me in 2nd place, and I really did not want to lose this spot. So I tried to get the gap as big as possible. At no point did I even think that I could catch up with Fraser, until I reached this point.
He's walking.
That's him spotting me. I did not stop. I just kept going, kept the same pace, but with a little bit more determination than before. Because he spotted me, he just kept putting in little surges, and he kept getting away from me. But he was obviously putting in too much, because he kept stopping and walking. And as you can see, I was catching up with him. As we approached the peak, it got a little bit flatter. That's him turning around the cairn and coming past me, giving me a little wave, so I give him a little wave back. As I turned down the cairn, I knew I was going to see how far behind Ewan was. And there he was, not far at all. And there was another guy right behind him, which I wasn't aware of. So this is the moment where I decided, right, I need to just keep going down, kamikaze style. Don't even think about where you're stepping, just go. I knew Fraser was gone because I couldn't even see him. Max heart rate there, all the way, and then about 4 kilometers in, that's Ewan just overtaking me. Straight away, he's putting a fair gap. Okay, I may have speeded it up here, but you can see the gap was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now my thought was, okay, I've got 3rd place, can I keep it? How far behind is that other guy? I had no clue. I didn't want to look back because that's a sign of weakness. So I just kept going, hoping he wouldn't catch up.
Scordino!
Hopefully I had done enough to come down that hill to get 3rd position and a podium spot. Fantastic. As for Fraser, he did win the race, but he was 16 seconds behind what Caden had done in the previous years, so he's going to have to go home and put up with a lot of stick on that one.
Wow, just wow. There's nothing better than going into a race not expecting much because you've never done it before, and then you finish it and you go, that was really good. May have only been 3.5 miles long, but I'll tell you what, half of that uphill constantly without any breaks, just straight uphill, was tough, but I really enjoyed it. On the way down the legs were going a little bit, but it was pretty fast. It was a fast downhill, and to get 3rd out of that is really good. Yes, it wasn't a big race, but it doesn't matter. There's still people there competing. So looking at the bigger picture now, I've got think 2 more hill races before the big one. Not really sure about that last race before the big race. I didn't realise when I signed up, but it's more than I'm expecting. It's definitely a lot more than today's race. So, Ben Rinnes, here I come.